Well, I'm with Buckeye royalty, Coach Urban Meyer. First of all, you're going into the Hall of Fame here in Georgia and Atlanta. Congratulations.
Yeah, great honor. I found out right after the Orange Bowl, and you start thinking, immediately comes to mind is, Bosa brothers, you got Zeke Elliott, you got J.T. Barrett, you got Tebow, and then all these great coaches. So very humbled.
All right, Coach, we are on the eve of the big game. You won 3 national titles. This is Ryan's second chance to win one. Break it down. What are the keys for Ryan Day and Ohio State?
You look at the rosters right now, and I did a really thorough look at just covering Ohio State really all year. One of the best rosters I've ever seen. Every offensive and defensive skill guy I marked as guys will start in the NFL. I've never heard of that before. Then on the other side, you got not the same roster, but you got grit, you got toughness, you got guys that found, when they beat Georgia, I think the whole country said, wait a minute, how'd that happen? So they're just really tough, rugged guys, and I think Ohio State's going to win. I think it's going to be a rugged first half because of the toughness of Notre Dame, but the skill sets at Ohio State are just too great.
This has been a gauntlet Ohio State's gone through. Tennessee, Oregon, Texas, now Notre Dame. In your mind, what changed since the loss to that team up north?
I'm anxious to find out. If they win this game, I'm sure a book or something's going to come out. You probably know better than I do. I talk to Coach Day quite frequently, and I never really asked that question, but I was at that game in the stadium against the team up north, and then I was also there for Tennessee, and you're like, wait a minute, the emotion, the energy, and then the last 3 games have been phenomenal. So they are certainly peaked at the right time. They are maximized. They're healthy. This is uncharted waters for college football history to play. I think it's game 16. We played a 15, if I believe, in 2014. Yeah. And I remember the wear and tear on their team's real, but they're peaking at the right time.
Let me ask you this. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Is it sometimes as simple, get the ball to your best players and maybe the passing games open up the running game?
I think ever since the Wolverine game, they've been playing to their strength, and their strength is not between the tackles. Their strength is on the edge, run game and pass game. And that's what they've done. And that's rule number 2. Number 1 is keep your players' health and safety. Number 2, get the ball in the hands of your best players, and that's what they've done.
As you look at X's and O's, the defense for Ohio State's been amazing. Most people think Notre Dame's only shot is to try to get long, sustained drives running the football.
Yeah, I just don't see that happening. And they're just not a team that, the only time that Ohio State was exposed defensively at all was Oregon. And I still think that had to do with the soft preseason schedule. They were shocked by the speed of Oregon. Then later on in the year against Oregon, then Texas, they weren't shocked anymore. So I don't know. I think this is going to be a rugged offensive. For them to move the ball against this defense could be rugged.
History could be made. In 2014, you won the first 4-team playoff. Here we are, the first 12-team playoff. We're on the edge. What do you think? A Buckeye again?
Oh, yeah. I think this is, number 9? This will be the 9th championship for Ohio State. And I think it's really cool for the country to see 2 teams from the north. You got Notre Dame and Ohio State. I'm a Notre Dame guy, too. I love Notre Dame. But this is going to be a great day for Ohio State.
How about the job Ryan Day has done keeping this team together? They could have gone south after that loss.
Oh, yeah. I think Coach David, I also think that locker room. I think, the Wolverines did it a year ago. They had a very veteran team that all came back, and they came back on a mission. This team, when they all came back, I remember in the spring and when I started hearing about, wow, these guys are all back. That doesn't happen very often.
Do me a favor, look at the camera, your message for Buckeye Nation.
Oh, Buckeye Nation, enjoy every moment. I know Buckeye Nation's been criticized, they've been ridiculed, and not by me. I love Buckeye Nation, and it's the high expectations never change, but also enjoy the moment.